Next week's Marvel Legend pre-order all but revealed. Mezco's G.I. Joe Storm Shadow. We've got a new WWE Undertaker with Gobbledygooker, plus a whole lot more. So let's jump right into it. Hey, all you action figure enthusiasts out there, JC here with a Friday edition of TNInews. And as always, we've got a lot to cover today. And let's start off with a little bit of news from Super7. So this week, Super7 has put out a second teaser for something G.I. Joe related. You may recall last week they put out this image that said "No Joes" and was a subway with Cobra graffiti on it. Last week I was thinking maybe this was going to be for a reaction set, but then today they put out this teaser, which looks like an accessory for an Ultimates figure. So this is definitely from the Weather Dominator mini-series where the Baroness and Zartan break out Cobra Commander. They whip out this basket. Cobra Commander's been doing basket weaving, and they throw the Cobra head that puts gas, knockout gas, in the ventilation system. So I'm thinking maybe an all Cobra Ultimates wave, possibly with like a black costume Baroness, or maybe even a Zartan, or I guess possibly both. But I'm thinking this accessory is leaning towards black costume Baroness, or maybe, again, possibly a Zartan. But either way, we should get the details next week. As Super7 said, whatever this is will be revealed next week and should be going up for pre-order. I don't know exactly what day, but when those details do become available, I'll be sure to let you guys know. And then while we're on the subject of G.I. Joe, Mezco Toys has put up for pre-order their next G.I. Joe 1/12 scale figure. This is based on Storm Shadow, so I believe we had seen a preview image of this a while back. But again, this is now available for pre-order at places like our sponsors Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth. The cost of this one is $95, and right now it's listed with a December 2023 release date. So this figure is going to come with two different head sculpts, one of which is an unmasked head sculpt, which actually looks pretty good. Does look like Storm Shadow. We get all the ninja weapons that you would expect for Storm Shadow. You get multiple pairs of hands. He comes with some effect pieces. So overall, pretty cool looking figure. I'm still waiting on the first of these 1/12 collective G.I. Joe figures to ship, the Destro figure. And probably not going to pre-order any more of these until I get my hands on Destro. But again, at least from these images, it does look pretty cool. And as I said, the figure is available for pre-order now. Okay, now switching over to McFarlane Toys. So today, McFarlane Toys released official images for two of their Platinum Edition figures. So I know I talked about this Catwoman figure. It's a repaint of the Nightfall Catwoman with gray colors. And I can't remember if I talked about the Flash figure. Both of these have been found in physical stores. Again, these are Platinum Edition figures, so that means they're essentially chase variants. They're shipping with the regular versions of these two figures. The Flash figures of Jay Garrick looks more like, kind of like the CW version of him with the darker colors. So again, these are two variants that are, have started to ship to stores and stuff. But again, being their chase variants, I don't know how readily available these will be. I know Big Bad Toy Store had the Catwoman up specifically at a little bit higher price. I don't know if it's still available there or not. But again, if you want to get your hands on them, and start checking your local stores now. And then also from McFarlane Toys today, they released this preview image for another one of their DC Direct statues. This is based on Superman for Tomorrow. We'd seen listings for this from overseas retailers. So likely this will be going up for pre-order maybe next week. They didn't specifically say, just their normal coming soon. But again, we've got our first look at that new Superman statue. And then also I just wanted to share these listings. This actually comes from Alex Chen, who has a pretty good nose for finding these. Last time I checked, I had not seen these on any of the normal overseas retailers that tend to leak these things out. But again, Chen seems to have a pretty good nose for these. So these obviously have not been officially confirmed by McFarlane Toys at this time. But it looks like we are going to be getting an Anti-Monitor figure, which I'm going to assume will be a mega figure. Also a Justice Buster bat suit. Mattel did this as a Build-A-Figure, so again, this is probably going to be a mega figure release. We're going to be getting another DC versus Vampires, this time with Hal Jordan. I'm guessing that's going to be another gold label Walmart exclusive, as the other two figures from the DC versus Vampires, the Joker and the Batman figures, also were Walmart exclusives. And then finally, it looks like, I'm not sure if this is a 2-pack or just another Batman figure, but definitely at least Batman based on the recent Spawn Batman crossover. And it could be a 2-pack. You know, we get Spawn and Batman as a 2-pack. I could definitely see that as well. But again, these have not been officially confirmed by McFarlane, but hopefully we will be getting more details soon. Okay, now for NECA Toys. So today was the final day for the NECA Target Haul-A-Thon event. So the items that went up for purchase on the Target website this morning, all of which are actually not Target exclusives. So all of these will actually be available elsewhere at a later time. But we got the Rob Zombie Munster's Grandpa Munster figure. And then for Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, we got the Universal Monsters mashup Phantom Casey Jones. Now that is the only item that went up today that is currently sold out. But again, remember, this is not a Target exclusive. So eventually places like our sponsors, Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth, will be offering this figure. And then the final two figures that went up for pre-order were the Toonie figures, the two Alf Toonie figures that we've seen on the shelves for Target for the past month. But they finally went up on the Target website this morning. And again, the only one that has sold out of these was the Phantom Casey Jones. Now switching over to Mattel, let's start off with some quick Masters of the Universe news. So if you missed out on getting the Masterverse Too Bad Deluxe figure at Target stores, it is now starting to be made available at other retailers. This was never a Target exclusive. They just got first dibs on it. But you can now pre-order the figure at our sponsor, Big Bad Toy Store. They list it with the May release date. And I believe Entertainment Earth will probably be putting it up for pre-order tomorrow or late tonight at midnight. But again, the Too Bad figure, which was previously only available at Target, is now starting to see release at other e-tailers. For you WWE fans, we've got the new Legends Wave 19, which is a Target store exclusive. It went up for pre-order yesterday. This wave includes Brother Love, a new Undertaker figure, D'Lo Brown, and Mustafa. And as I'm recording this, the only one that has sold out is the D'Lo Brown. The other three figures are still currently available on the Target website. And then being released as an Amazon exclusive, the Ultimate Edition Survivor Series 1990 Undertaker and Gobbledygooker 2-pack. This went up for pre-order yesterday morning on the Amazon website. Now, as I'm recording this, it is currently sold out. It will likely be made available again at a future date on Amazon. Again, this is an Amazon exclusive, but definitely kind of a cool throwback to the 90s with the Gobbledygooker. And again, this is being released as an Amazon exclusive. Jumping back to NECA, I forgot to mention, going up for pre-order yesterday were two more of the Dungeons & Dragons Ultimate figures. These are 7-inch scale figures. Now, we had seen these last year at some of the conventions. I think these were shown off at either San Diego or PowerCon. I can't remember. But it's the Ultimate Zarak and Strongheart figures. And both of these figures are available for pre-order at places like our sponsors, Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth. The cost of these two figures are about $35 each. And the release date for these figures are listed with October 2023. For you Mondo fans, I just wanted to let you know this is an update to a story I talked about last week that definitely had gotten a lot of traction. It's in regards to a story that was first put out by the website called The Wrap that had said that Funko had basically gutted Mondo and fired most of the Mondo employees, and had also dissolved things like their poster division so that they would no longer be doing posters. Mondo yesterday put out an official statement kind of pushing back on this news. They did say that Funko had laid off people 10% across the board, across all of Funko. Remember, Funko bought Mondo last summer. So, Mondo is basically a part of Funko now. But according to this official statement, there was a 10% layoff across all of Funko, but only a few people, apparently, according to the statement from Mondo, were actually laid off. Now, I will tell you that Variety had reported that the co-founders of Mondo had been some of the people that were laid off. So it does sound like some people higher up in the company were let go. The other thing they pushed back on was the fact that the poster division was not ending. They would continue to do posters. However, in the statement, they suggest that they will be increasing the quantities of the posters. I guess I don't really follow their posters that much, just their 1/6 scale figures. But I know they do posters, and I think they were fairly limited. So it looks like they're going to be ramping up those and releasing them in larger numbers. Not super larger numbers according to them to ruin the secondary market, I guess, but enough to make them more readily available to folks. But basically, some of this, you might take with a grain of salt. Just sounds like some, damage control, PR. But at the very least, if you were upset about them no longer doing posters, that does not seem to be the case. Okay, and then finally for today, I have some Marvel Legend news. So it looks like next week's Marvel Legend pre-order is going to be taking place on Thursday, which is April 6th at 1 p.m. Eastern Time. And it looks like it's going to be that Avengers 60th Anniversary Doctor Doom, Secret Wars Doctor Doom and Monica Rambeau 2-pack that they had shown off in their last live stream. So the first clue we got to this was Dan Young put out this image today on social media showing the Doctor Doom figure, which does appear to have a removable mask. I don't know if it's an alternate head or what. I think it is an alternate head because the head that they showed during the live stream had him with the hood and everything. So it looks like we're getting an alternate head and a mask piece with the 2-pack. But also, as far as when it's going to be made available for pre-order, that clue comes from Entertainment Earth and their Drop Zone pre-order page. They have a listing for a Hasbro item for April 6th. And the clue is failure to learn from history will doom people to repeat it. So history as in like an older Secret Wars figure, doom as in Doctor Doom. When I read that clue, that's what I felt this was for. But then when Dan Young put out the image this morning, that pretty much all but locked it in for me. So we'll probably get the official announcement early next week from Dan Young that this is what's going up for pre-order next week. But again, I would expect it. And again, it will be available at places like our sponsors, Big Bad Toy Store and Entertainment Earth. Okay, so that's it for today. As always, I'd love to hear your own thoughts about everything I talked about down in the comments section below. Like the video if you're so inclined. If you're new to the channel, please think about subscribing and hitting the bell notification so you're alerted every time I upload a new video. As always, guys, stay safe out there. Have a great weekend. And until next time, I'll catch you later. Hey, thanks for watching today's video. And be sure to subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And hit that bell notification so you're alerted every time I upload a new video. And be sure to head over to the Toy News International and Marvelous News Message Boards communities. It's a great place to talk toys and win cool contests like $100 store credits to Big Bad Toy Store. And remember, action figures are great.